Thrive Radio. I'm your host, Amy Montgomery, entrepreneur and digital marketing agency owner. Today, my guest is Feliana Citradewi. She is a serial entrepreneur and founder of ShopMate and LiVert, and two innovative platforms making e-commerce greener and more affordable, which we love. With multiple awards and global careers spanning Indonesia, France, and the US, she is transforming how we think about sustainability in online shopping, and I'm excited to dive into her journey and how she's disrupting the industry. Filiana, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Amy. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for inviting me in your podcast. I'm really glad to be here. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear more about everything that you've come up with and you've invented. Can we start a little bit about your journey? Because it is a fascinating one. You were born in Indonesia, and then you've gone on and you've created massive success for yourself. And I feel like your story you don't hear often. If we could dive into that, I would love to hear your story.
Sure, with pleasure. Thank you so much. It's an honor for me. I got such a great introduction from such an amazing woman like you. I think that I still following the path, right? So basically, as you said, I come from Indonesia. Now I live in Paris, and I built international company. So in France and also in the US last year. Back then I was in Indonesia. I grew up used to like debates in English and stuff, doing many competition, very ambitious. And I wanted to go to Europe to pursue my study. But I thought about England, for example, because I speak English already, and found out that it's quite expensive. And also they didn't consider Indonesian certification as equal. So then I got scholarship, but I cannot go because yeah, they didn't consider my certification. Then my mom actually she got remarried with my daddy. He's French. That's why she invited me to come to France. I said I don't speak French, and then she said, "Don't worry, you can learn." Okay, so I found out come to France, learn French for 1 year only, and then I start by actually learn law, which is the most difficult one when you don't know the language. But I managed to make 3 years study of undergraduate study, and followed by social and political sciences master degree in Sciences Po. It's a very well known school in France. And in the same time, I also took double degree with master in law because I didn't want abandon law, so international law. After that, like no life, double degree and stuff. And my parent told me, okay, you haven't done yet because there's this other school, more prestigious, number one in France called ENA, École Nationale d'Administration. I don't know that. It's actually very famous in France, but nowhere in the world they know about this. It's where Macron come from, all the French president, François Hollande, and also Jacques Chirac and stuff. I say, what should I do with that? I'm Indonesian, and oh, don't worry, they also take international student every year, so it's a very tough competition. So who know, maybe you will get picked up, but not sure. So because I'm super competitive and stuff, so I say, okay, let's try it by myself. Normally, they do even like a 2 years master degree specialized to enter this school. So found out that I got chosen, and I'm the first Indonesian woman enter this school. And I'm so happy. I come back to my country, and then I say, okay, I got this 3 master degree from ENA, from Sciences Po, and also from law master. And then they say, we don't know all of this. We only know Sorbonne. Okay, I take also Sorbonne master in the same time with this school, which why I end up with 4 master degree. And I got headhunted by corporates such as L'Oreal. I work for the CEO of the group as the personal communication concealer. And after that, I got headhunted again by another company, Randstad from Germany, and who want to open the high-end branch in Paris, business manager. But after the change of the administration there and stuff, I didn't found that I can really contribute a lot for company. So after all, I think that what I really want to do after all of this journey that I actually following the path because people told me so, you see. So I was like, okay, I want to create something more impactful. Then that's why I leave everything and start my startup, which is LiVert. So basically, it's very simple. I want to share the value that my parents used to taught me, like ecological value, right? My mom come from Borneo, the forest in Indonesia, and the ecological value I think is very important important nowadays. But also what I really think is more important is to mix with the economical value so that everybody can also act, right? If it is like you need to do a ecological gesture, but it's expensive, then people cannot really act when they don't have money, for example. So that's why we combine these two value by creating a delivery grouping per system so that people who want to buy in the website, for example, they don't want to pay shipping. They can simply group with their neighbor so that they can pass the minimum required by the website, get free shipping. In the same time, they will reduce the environmental print, CO2 plastic packaging. So this is what LiVert is all about. Last year, I went to Silicon Valley to fundraise. We got our first ticket size from our accelerator, and we actually bring back to France the solution to build our final product, which is an API that we can plug directly in all e-commerce websites. So this is what I'm building, and we are actually discussing with the top French e-commerce brand. We want to implement the solution, and they probably will also buy our technology. So yeah, that's what's going on now. I have another venture as well that maybe we can talk later on in the podcast. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it's exciting because it is something that nobody's really thought about of being able to save on shipping because there's so many people that they're partnering together. Can you share a little bit from a technical perspective how it works so that people that are listening and are brand new to it, how is it more, how does it support sustainability? Because I know that's super important to you. And how does it work? Is it their actual physical neighbors? Is it just other people that are buying the same products? How does that?
Yeah, sure. Actually, it's a real physical neighbor that is like people around you, and our algorithm match them actually so that who want to buy in the same website, not necessarily the same product, it's just in the same website. So you can pass this minimum purchase. You want to buy a t-shirt, I want to buy a skirt, then we can match, and it passed the minimum purchase required by the website, then we can buy together. So it's very simple. Back then we have our apps, but we realized that to make it more generalized and more visible, we need to plug it directly in the website. That's what we are building now. We have an API, actually an API that we can plug directly into e-commerce website. That's what we are doing now. It's become B2B. We are discussing with several big e-commerce brand to plug them directly in the website.
Okay, so basically it gets the order to a certain level, so then they get free shipping. They qualify.
Exactly, and the order will be in the same, actually in the same shipping, in the same order. So it will only have one single shipping instead of two shipping for the same neighborhood. And instead of having two separate packaging, it's like only in one packaging. So it's all will be reduced by 50% all the waste.
Oh, wow. And so then
Yeah.
it just goes to one of the individuals and then the other one has to just go to the neighbor and ask for it, or?
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
like an Uber pool, let's say, but for shipping.
Oh, wow. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk a little bit about, let's see. Let me see here.
Yeah, I have also
let's-
several other venture.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your innovation. How does it match? How does it, the collective power behind ShopMate and LiVert set your platforms apart from traditional e-commerce solutions? How, as far as a competitive advantage, what do you think it is presenting?
Sure, with pleasure. Actually, I think the most innovative part is to group from the customer side. Uh, E-commerce already have a lot of maximization tools. They already think a lot about the logistic. It's already all maximized with even the AI and stuff, robotization. But the most difficult part in logistic and delivery is what we know, the last mile delivery, where actually you knock door by door. And this, they still struggle actually to maximize it because you don't have a choice. You need to stop and then you need to knock and you need to give it one by one. But because we group it in the other end, in this end, so it's really like instead of you stop for 3 doors, you only stop in the one door, for example, in the neighborhood. So it will reduce reduce your delivery price, like budget, and also the carbon emission in the last mile delivery at least by 30%.
Wow. Yeah, that's so interesting. And my innovative brain, I'm sure that because there's all these like delivery lockers for Amazon all over the place, I bet at some point you'll be able to integrate with that and it just delivers
Yeah,
to the locker.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. There's so
We
many.
absolutely can collaborate with them because actually Amazon is basically a little bit particular as they have Amazon Prime and stuff. But
Yeah,
for not everybody has Amazon Prime. I know in the US it's huge, so we feel like almost everybody have it. But when you don't have Amazon Prime, when you don't want to pay delivery, you can group with your neighbors still, and then it can come to one Amazon locker, and then you can meet up there even in the locker, and then like just share your order.
yeah, definitely. So you also have the startup LiVert and it offers the B2B solution and ShopMate is the B2C. What are some of the challenges you have faced in scaling from and going from the B2C world to B2B and how have you overcome those so
Yeah,
far?
sure. It's a very good question because it's true that when you are, I think, in entrepreneurial journey, moreover in startup, you need to be agile, right? You really need to pivot your product. Maybe the things that you imagine at the beginning, like the best solution, maybe it's not really that the perfect product. Like when I imagine first time, it will be like B2C, then we will have an apps, then we will bring people to the apps, and then after that, people will go together in the website. But actually it's adding one more step to the purchase. So that's why I think that the B2C part will be too costly and will be too slow, and we cannot reach the bigger market. So that's why I start to switch to B2B so that it will not add another step in the purchase. It will integrate directly in the website as another delivery solution. You want to have like next day delivery, I don't know, UPS, $10, or you want to have in 5 days, it's $5, and then you want to get it for free with LiVert, but it's a group shipping. So it's very simple. You just like the same step as when you buy online alone. So that's how I switch it. And of course, there's the difficulty for this because at the beginning we have the apps, and then we need to bring our user in a way to another type of purchase of use, and our client finally switch from the particular to the brand. So this is the difficulty. I think so we need to start to look for a new client. We need to brand it another way, or the communication is not the same. The way we promote our product is not the same. The business model is changed. So all of this change, of course, that make us like need a lot of work, brainstorm, and mostly I think the most important to handle this matter is really to have a solid team, right? Without them, I think that I cannot face this alone. So thanks to them, yeah, I finally managed to switch it smoothly.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, and in my background of being in like Deloitte B2B, and I compare that to the B2C in the TV world and promoting products and all that, it is absolutely different. One is like
Yes.
over at the B2B that and even the Fortune 50s and all of that, like it's more strategic relationship management where it's
Mm-hmm.
who do you know and who can introduce you, give you a warm introduction to so and so.
True.
Or B2C, like it's so much easier to use social media platform,
Yes.
ads, although you can still use ads in B2B on LinkedIn
Mm.
and Google, but yeah, it's a whole on another ball game.
Completely, you're completely right. Actually, the way we market, it's so much different. I think you are more expert than me in this sector, so it's completely correct. We need to really approach those who actually the decisioner in the e-commerce. Whether back then you do a like Facebook ad or Google ads, or that's it for B2C, right? A
Yeah.
small budget. Sometimes it can, even if you are good, you can attract quite a lot of users. So yeah, that's the difficulties, but we actually quite lucky because for this, like we have several top e-commerce brand in France, they're interested in our solution. Why? Because in Europe, and now they have this new European directive to oblige all company to do ESG reporting. So they need to do extra financial reporting start from last year for every company. Every company search for a new solution that can help them in ESG, including environmental footprint reduction. And we are one of the delivery solution that can help them to reduce the carbon footprint, mostly in the last mile delivery. So they reach out to us. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. So you're
Yeah.
also involved with several women focus initiatives like the Women's Circle Club and the Asian Female Founder Foundation. What drives your commitment to supporting female entrepreneurs, and what advice would you give to women looking to enter the startup world?
Sure. Oh my God. This is also another, I think, cause, let's say, that I'm very into because, of course, we are female and we want to support our community. I think that we both know that for founders already it's difficult to do business, to do the startup and stuff. But for female, it's even more difficult, unfortunately. It's getting better. We need to be honest. But still, the funding for female is only 2% compared to male. I think it's, I don't know, in the US, I think in Europe it's almost 20%, so it's already 10 times more. And it's a real barrier more for women to succeed in their venture.
Yeah.
And when I went to Silicon Valley last year, I didn't know anyone. Like, I know only one person that I Zoom with, this, like with you, 1 hour, that's it. And then I just, okay, I'll leave everything. I'll go there because here I cannot find any funding. Don't worry, the world is open. I'll go there. No, I don't know anyone, but start from that. I create my network. And then within 2 months, we got our first ticket size. And thanks to the network and many other female founders also helped me. So that's why I was thinking, like, we really need to create this community to give back, to help also other female that back then helped me. Yes, creating the community that is really like positive and helping each other pay it forward. And I found like two other very amazing female founders in Silicon Valley, so Christine and Wendy, and we just talk, and oh my God, we both, like, with three of us, we are founders and stuff. How about we create this community to support Asian female founders? Because I think in the US it's very community, right? There is so many initiative already, for example, Black female founders, Latina female founders and stuff, but not that much for Asian female founder, if not exist yet maybe. That's why we say, let's do this. So we have our network and we can share. So that's how it started.
I love it.
Simply.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it is, you have to, here you are with a ton of master's degrees. So it just shows
So funny.
that's a perfect example of how women, we have to be 10 times better
Yeah.
than our counterparts. And I was talking about this the other day where a guy can get on and be like, "Oh, I built a $1 million business and we sold this many millions and stuff." And then a woman gets on and says the same thing, and it's the man get is everyone thinks he's the one to follow, that sort of thing. And then a woman gets up and says the same thing, and it's you could hear a pin drop. Like, no.
Exactly. Even the question is not the same. For there's a lot of study like showing this. Actually, the question that normally VCs ask to male founders, it's rather like about the projection, the ambition, and stuff. But to female founder, it's rather like the risk. So they really like afraid female if we know how to take the risk and we can estimate the risk and stuff. Whereas for the male, they know that they are good already. We just want to know if they're ambitious enough. See, it's
Oh,
like it's not
wow.
fair.
Yeah, it really is not fair at all. It
Yeah,
explains a lot.
exactly.
Yeah.
But we're stronger, that's why
We are,
we'll make it.
yeah, we are. Yeah. And that's why I was the other day, I get a lot of comments on my social media like, stop talking about business and being in your masculine energy, which nobody would ever say that to somebody to a man on social media that's talking
Of
about business. They would never
course.
tell him, or even if he was out having fun and doing fun
Yeah,
things and being more in his feminine energy, cooking or
of
something like that,
course.
no one's going to say, get out of your feminine energy. Like, it's so bizarre. all of
It's
it's
so
so,
bizarre.
it is really bizarre, but yeah,
Exactly. What does
yeah,
even mean? What does it even mean? Like, God is your masculine energy. What is feminine energy, masculine energy? These people is really like sometimes think quite shallow that a person only have feminine energy. If you're a woman, or you only have feminine energy. If you're a man, you only have masculine, like
yeah,
testosterone energy. We are human. We have some part of like testosterone, androgen, and it's all just about the degree. And
yeah,
let
yeah.
people just be whoever they want to be. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. And I'm always saying, I'm not dating you, so why do you care?
love it. I love it.
We're not in a
Even if
relationship,
you're
so
dating them, oh my God, I still think they shouldn't control us.
All right, they try to put you in a box, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and don't even get me started because like I've never been married, I don't have children or anything, and there's so
Either
much
right.
hate against women
Mm,
that haven't chose that path, and it drives me nuts. But
mm,
let's talk a little bit about your experience around being part of some of these incubators and international programs. You from the Station F to I believe it's called, is it the Tea Tribe in the UK, or is
yeah, IoT tribe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how the programs contributed to the growth of your startups, and
Mhm.
what role do you think that mentorship and collaboration play in success of early stage businesses?
Mhm.
How's it, what
Well,
what is it like even just being part of those groups?
yeah, sure. Actually, it's funny, as Station F, I think it's very well known around the world. And yesterday there was this event in Station F, and I say, look, I'm an unofficial ambassador of Station F. I'm talking about this everywhere because I love that community. It's not just about co-working space, incubator, but it's the whole community that support each other. It's like a small village where there is everybody. There is founders, there is VCs, there's corporates, there is everyone that all startup needs. So basically, you just need to be there and then work. That's it. And everybody can come to you. You can reach out to everybody. So I think this is very helpful. All this kind of incubator, also IoT Tribe, helped me a lot to have this more international mindset because they are in the UK. We start to see beyond countries and like more to expand to like other European country. And after that, I went also to Mass Challenge that based in Boston, and we were taken in the Israeli program. And it's like helping us also to have mindset to go to the US, to have more international ambition. And what is important, I think, for early stage startup to have this kind of, let's say, whether it's incubator or mentor or be surrounded by people that can help you or just support you, it's because I think entrepreneurship is already a lonesome journey, right? And as a founder, at the beginning, sometimes you are completely lost. Oh, there is ton of thing you need to do. Which one I need to do first? What is about this and that? You are not formed to everything, right? I have 4 master degrees, but I'm not formed for every single detail of how to manage the company, right? I'm not doing accounting. I'm not doing, so now I need to know all of that, right? At least that we can get help and support by joining an incubator or have a mentor to guide us a little bit and to make us, this is I think even more important, to feel less lonely. Because this is, I think, the worst when you feel that finally you are alone, whereas you are not. Everybody's struggling like you. It's the beginning of the journey and it's not finished. If you think that you have a problem now, you will have in the future and you will have more. You just need to be resilient. So these people can make you just aware and open your eyes about what the real entrepreneurial journey is. So yeah, I think this is why it's important.
Yeah, yeah. And you're so right. I see so many entrepreneurs out there that either they think that they should have instant success, even if you do get funding,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many businesses out there that fail because
Yes.
they get funding and they don't know how to build the business,
Exactly.
right?
I'm completely agree with you. People only see the overnight success because this is what the media expose and stuff, as if those people get the overnight success. You never think that this overnight success is actually 10 years of investment. Maybe you didn't see, but maybe they invest in themselves by learning, studying, working as a small jobs or doing research and stuff. They only see, wow, they create the company and then 1 year later, but before this 1 year, you didn't know like the path of this person. Yeah, there is
Ah,
only very few that is really have a chance. It's also part of luck that if they really can get the overnight success, but mostly overnight success is years and years before the success.
yeah, definitely. And I feel like there's not enough discussion about how hard it is because there's a lot
Mhm.
of people out there that are, I would say, snake oil that are just out there. Oh, you can just do whatever you want so easily. Just get a passion and then just go build it. And it's
No, it's definitely not for everybody. I agree with you.
just
Yeah,
sweat and
like
tears.
yeah, true. So we really need to talk more about that because we shouldn't sell a dream that is not real. Actually, some people is just not made for that, and it's completely okay. Respectable company or like corporate job, it's super fine, and it's also we need. Right? If everybody entrepreneur, I don't think that this world will be amazing. Some entrepreneur also have their own mindset and stuff. We need every kind of people. So
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. So you have a book that's coming out that's called From Zero to Network Hero, and it focuses on building meaningful connections without relying on money or contacts, which I love. I think it's fabulous. Can you give us a little bit of a sneak peek into the most important lesson you hope readers will take away from it?
Sure, with pleasure. Actually, yeah, I'm like about processing the book to get like it's edited and to publish it, of course, because as I explained to you before, why again I create this organization and stuff, because I think the power of network, it's really incredible. Many people still don't tap into this power yet. They know, everybody know 80% of success is depend on the way you create network, right? Many successful people you interview, 8 out of 10 say that the key of my success is part of it network. I completely agree with this. And how actually you create a meaningful relationship? Because when you say network, it seems like you're gathering like business card in the networking event, right? Which
Yeah.
is not at all this. Because I think the most important thing is first you create a meaningful relationship. How to create a meaningful relationship? I think first is to give value. You are not there to ask and demand, have an empathy. How
Yeah.
you want to be treated as a person, right? If
Right.
someone knock in your door, give me money or help me with this and that. No. If the people like want to know you and have a relationship with you, get this friendship with you, and then start to like maybe interested in you, giving you a value, then you want to naturally help this person when it's needed, right? So this is how to create a real network, I think. It's not to think, okay, what I need from this person, but what I can give, what I can bring to this person. And for sure, one day if I need or something, it's natural for these people also to want to support me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is the core lesson of my books.
I love it. So there's a couple of questions that I always like to ask my guests, and they're a little bit deeper. The first one is, what is your truth that has gotten you this far in your journey?
What is, wow, that's an amazing question. What is the truth? My truth in entrepreneurial journey, you mean?
Yeah. What keeps you
Well,
going?
what keeps me going, I think it's really how to create more impact, of course, in the world. But I think it's everybody wants it. But the more and more, I think mostly recently, what I think, what is really important for me, it's to reduce the gap between who do you think you are and what other people think you are. Because this range of gap, it's actually what differentiate a person that is actually real and the person who is actually delusional. More than the gap is important, then you are delusional. More than the gap is reduced, you are actually a genuine person. So I think the most important thing in this journey is to have this gap the more and more reduced and to be closest as possible from the image that you have about yourself, what you think who you are, and what other people think who you are. Yeah,
Mm.
this is, I think, the lesson that I think recently.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, definitely. the last question I have for you is if you were able to give yourself one piece of advice when you first started out on your journey, what would it be?
Oh my God. Yeah, this is super important, I think, for everybody. I already talked about this before, but you need to be surrounded by the right people. Because in this long journey of entrepreneurship, not overnight success, but long journey, you will need people who believe in you, who will support you, who will even tell you the truth when you are doing something wrong or you are going into a wrong direction, or when you start to burn out, when you are not take care of nor your project nor yourself. So you really need to, I think, surround it by the good people around you in your personal life and also in your professional life. Yeah, I think if I
Yeah,
can give a piece of advice.
I love that. So if there are people that are listening that would love to work with you, what's the best way to contact you?
Sure, with pleasure. If I can collaborate in any way, you can reach me on LinkedIn. So I also accompany some startup as a mentor, or also help them, for example, to fundraise and stuff. Or if you want to join some of my venture or my organization, my club, will be a pleasure to reach out. LinkedIn, I'm very active on LinkedIn, Feliana Citradewi. So with pleasure to know other people and to inspire each other.
Perfect. And Filiana, thank you so much for coming on today and sharing your expertise.
Thank you so much, Amy, for your invitation. I'm greatly honored to share this moment with you.
Yes, definitely. And if you're listening, you want more information about this podcast and upcoming shows, you can visit acalltothrive.com. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week.